guys, welcome back to school. I'm so excited to be teaching art to you again this year. Today we are going to start class by just reviewing some of the things we learned last year, and to start with we're going to talk about lines, because lines are the beginning of everything. And to help us review our lines, I've got Larry. So yes, Larry's saying hi to everyone. So let's review our song, okay Larry? Larry the Lion is a friend of mine. He can make 3 straight lines for me. Vertical, diagonal, horizontal. Ooh, with a twist and a turn, and a curve he can learn. And when he's out of his tangle, he makes a great angle. Any line he can make, of course, he's a shape. Thank you, Larry. So, as we can see, our lines over here, horizontal, curvy, zigzag, diagonal, and vertical. All I want you guys to do today to get started is to make a picture using these lines. Now, everybody should be having a sketchbook or a journal or an art book someplace this year where we're going to be putting a lot of our drawings and pictures that we make. So if you've got one, open up to the first page, and on that first page I want you to use whatever materials you want. Crayons, markers, colored pencils, or if all that you have today is a pencil, just use a pencil and just have some fun drawing some lines. I'm going to show you mine now.
So as we just talked about, we are going to be making a picture today that uses lines, the 5 lines that Larry reminded us about. And you can use any materials that you would like to do this today. I have some markers out here. You could use markers if you wanted. You can use crayons if you want. You can use colored pencils if you want, or you can just use a regular pencil if that's all you have available, or you can use all of these things together. So now what we're going to work in today, we are going to be using this year some art journals, and we're going to have a place where we can put so many of our drawings and our ideas and our thoughts this year. I have a sketchbook here that I like to put my designs in, and you should try and get one. And if you can't, you can still use paper and maybe just staple it together and make your own journal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up. See, I do lots of drawings in here, and sometimes I just write things that I think about. I'm going to open up to my next clean paper. Larry's sitting here watching me, and I'm going to use some crayons today. So I'm going to take out some crayons to use. I can see my colors, and I'm going to start with the straight lines. Now remember, there's 3 kinds of straight lines. I might start with some vertical lines. I'm going to make a really long one. Now I can make that vertical line again, and I can change it. Maybe I'm going to make some short vertical lines. Maybe I want to make a thick vertical line. Now before I start to do a different kind of line, I think I'm going to change colors. So I'm going to go use some red. And this time I'm going to do the lying down line, the line that makes me fall asleep sometimes. And I can make that line over here, and I can make it really long. I can make some short ones over here. You can take your lines and you can cross over your other lines. That's okay. Maybe I want to make a thick one right here in the middle. Now I'm going to do my last type of straight line, and that is the diagonal line. So that's going to go diagonal, like it's falling down. And I can make some falling lower down to the ground, and some like they are almost standing up straight, but falling down just a little bit. And I can make some of those shorter. I can go in the opposite direction. I can even cross that over and make that into an X. And I can just make some more diagonal lines. Now I've got 2 types of lines left. I'm going to use orange, and I'm going to make a curvy lines. So my curvy line can go right across there. Now remember, your line has to have a beginning and an end, or it's not a line anymore. And we're going to talk about that some more next week. I can make my curvy line look that way. I can even connect it. I've got one more line I'm going to do, and this line is going to be my favorite kind of line. It's called a zigzag line. Now the zigzag lines has points in it. Now be careful, because sometimes, ouch, those points can be kind of sharp. And I can make them really high up or little zigzags. And again, we can have those lines connect and touch our other lines. Now that I've made all the 5 types of lines, and I've done a lot of them, I might take these lines now and start to combine them together. I'm gonna get one more different crayon here, and maybe this time I'm gonna start with a curvy line, and I'm gonna do a vertical, diagonal, horizontal. I'm gonna end with a zigzag line. I'm just sort of crossing my lines all over the place. That is one crazy picture, isn't it? But I used a lot of lines to make my picture, and I had a lot of fun. And that's what I want you guys today to do, is to just have a lot of fun practicing those lines. And remember, as you make your line, think about your beginning point and your end point, and don't let them connect. All right, have lots of fun, guys, and send me your pictures if you can.